Maurice here back for another Power Pack training. Today we're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to make cold calls. And what I want to do is help you guys to get over the hurdle, your fears and anxieties of doing this, okay? And this is for new people too. You know, a lot of you guys are brand new. You've never made calls. When you make cold calls, ladies and gentlemen, that's your time. That's your money time. That's your time to prosper, okay, to become a better person. And the reason why most people don't want to make cold calls is because of the rejection, okay? And ladies and gentlemen, if you're not willing to get rejected, and they're not rejecting you, you know, they're just rejecting the opportunity. Perhaps they're busy. Maybe things are going very good. But ladies and gentlemen, cold calling is the funnest way to build your SMMA business. It builds character. It takes you to the next level, okay? And I've been making cold calls for some time. And ladies and gentlemen, I'll never stop making cold calls because it's just flat out fun. You know, it really is, you know. And the more calls you make, the better you get. Write that down. The more calls you make, the better you get. The number one tip I want to give for my new people, because you're going to have fears, roadblocks, anxieties. You know what I mean? You're going to be nervous, okay? I want you to take a deep breath and relax. You're just talking to another human being. It's not like you're going up against a bear or a lion or a tiger. The worst thing that can happen to you folks is someone can tell you no. That's it. But just think about every no is bringing you closer to your first $1,000 to $2,000 a month client, okay? And just think about this. You only have to set aside 1 to 2 hours a day to be on your way to making $5,000 to $10,000 a month in 30 to 60 days flat, okay? The beautiful thing about cold calling is the skill set. It's not a lot of skill set required to get you to where you want to be in life, okay? You just got to practice day in, day out, day in, day out. The number one key I want to give you also, another nugget, is mindset. A lot of you guys' mindset is horrible when it comes to making cold calls. Everything starts in the mind, okay? So before I get on the phone, I already know that I'm going to book appointments. There's no question, okay? What is an appointment? I'm going to get an email and I'm going to send the prospect, okay, or the suspect, because a lot of times the reason why people say cold calling doesn't work is they're talking to suspects. And when you're talking to a suspect, he's not going to give you any action. He's not going to look at your information. He's going to, you know, dip you around or whatnot, you know. So the first thing is your mindset. Don't get on the phone if you don't believe, okay? And that's where coaching and courses come into play at. And if you guys want my 4-step process, click the link in the description. And if you guys also want the presentation that I send to the prospect, you can also get that in the course as well, okay? So anyway, it's mindset, all right? If you don't believe you're going to win the game, why play the game? And a lot of you guys don't believe you're going to win the game, so you may as well not even make cold calls. And so if you don't believe, then you need a coach. You need help. You need someone to pull your fears and anxieties out, because that's what's stopping most of you guys. Here's the cold calls and here are you, okay? And there's a roadblock right here. Everything you want, ladies and gentlemen, I can just say these are the cold calls right here. This is the cold call. You got to pick that phone up, okay? And here's the wealth and prosperity. But a lot of you guys won't do what it takes to break through that wall to get through to the money, okay? Because ladies and gentlemen, that's where the money's at, all right? The money is literally in making the cold calls, okay? And if you guys aren't willing to make the cold calls, then you're not going to make money. And that's why most people don't have clients and most people aren't prospering. You know, how did I go from making $0, you know, in SMMA my first year, 100K, and now, you know, pulling in over 30K a month? You know, right here, what I'm about to do, making cold calls, okay? And that's what you guys got to do, you know, starting off. Yeah, I got other strategies that I can utilize now, but I'm having so much fun making cold calls, I really don't even focus on that other stuff because cold calling is just so effective. Let me say that again. Cold calling is so effective that most people are missing it. Okay, most people focus on the rejection and dealing with the negativity, but it's really no rejection and that's negativity, because when you put yourself in the mindset of I'm looking for the person, I'm qualified, it makes everything so much easier. So we're going to make some calls. I'm going to probably disqualify a lot of people. We're going to have fun because that's the name of the game, ladies and gentlemen. You got to have fun when you're making cold calls. You got to smile and dial. And like I stated before, you got to believe, or else this is not going to work for you, okay? So you got to have a good mindset. Got to have a positive attitude. This is key when making calls. You got to think win. You got to think win-win, okay, when you're making calls. Now, here's the thing. When you're making cold calls, you got to know your numbers, all right? I may talk to 5 people. I may talk to 2 people, okay? You as a new person, you may need to talk to 10 people, all right? But here's the thing. You're going to have to go through the numbers. Sometimes I may talk to 3 and get 3, okay? Sometimes I may talk to 5 and get 1. It just depends, okay? But I do know one thing, okay? When I set out to make calls, I always win. I never lose, all right? And that's because I'm a winner. You guys have to adapt the same attitude. So how do I find my leads? I get on Yelp, Craigslist, Google, Facebook. You just look for businesses to reach out to. Plain and simple, it's easy. So I'm going to walk over here to my laptop. I'm going to pick a few people to randomly call. And we're just going to have some fun here, you know, plain and simple. And I'm going to show you guys how to get the job done, okay? And we're typically just doing 3 rings if they pick up. We're doing all the qualifying. We're going to set the bait out there. It's like fishing. We're going to ask them a question and see if they're open. If they're not open, we're moving on to the next person. Okay, so 3 rings and I'm on to the next. Folks, when you're making cold calls, you're building your SMMA agency. Okay, that's another thing you guys got to keep in mind. You know, a lot of you guys aren't doing the activities that's necessary to get your first client. And like I stated before, right now, I'm building my agency. Every time you make cold calls or you do an activity or an outreach where you get in touches, you're building your agency. Keep that in mind. Yes, is this Barnes Painting?
Yes, it is. How can I help you?
Oh, okay, real quick, I have found the ad on Yelp and I had a question for you.
Are you looking for painting services?
Yeah, I was wondering, are you interested in generating some painting leads for your business?
Not at this time. I'm just going to go ahead and continue with the sources I have right now, but thanks for the call.
Yeah, well, many people I speak with, they tell me, hey, got up off that phone. He got up off that phone. Now, I love this too. I'm going to go on to the next one. Now, when this happens, this is so funny and ironic. When this happens, let's mark this down. But when this happens, typically, this is where people say cold calling doesn't work, or you as a new person, you quit, okay? This is what makes people quit, is if they get a no. So we're going to analyze all of this. This is what stops most people. But at the end of this video, you guys are going to see how all this unfolds. But this is what stops most people. They get a no, a person's not interested, okay, and they're dead in the water. That doesn't mean nothing because this guy said no. You keep moving. You know, there's way more people to talk to, and most of you guys just quit right in the water, like dead in the water, instead of moving on. All right. We back on deck.
Hello, this is Maurice.
Yeah, is this the painter?
Yes.
Hey, real quick, I had found your ad on Yelp and I had a question for you.
Yes.
Here go to bait. Yeah, I was wondering, are you guys interested in generating some painting leads for your business? That's it.
Generating painting leads.
Yeah, I specialize in social media. I've been doing it for 7 years. I'm very good at it. And I wanted to send you an email on what I'm doing to help other painters get anywhere from 3 to 4 phone calls a day. Are you guys only using Yelp, or do you do other stuff to get your phone ringing for your painting services? See that? See it?
So we work with several contractors. So, but for small residential, yes, I don't use Yelp that much. Every now and then, I think this month I go really small amounts, so not too crazy.
Okay, okay. So is it just you and a small crew?
There's 5 of us.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
So here's what I'm looking for. I don't work with anybody. I'm not very expensive. I'm not cheap either. I'm just looking for a painter that I can possibly lock up with. Maybe we can do 2 to 3 residential. I do interior and exterior sprays. I also got guys that like cabinets. So that's kind of like what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for a mega company, but just a small guy that can handle, maybe 2 to 3 interior, exterior sprays a week. And if that's something that you guys could possibly handle, then I'll send you over an email, let you take a look at what we do, and then we can get back on the phone and have a conversation, and we can kind of figure out what areas, dollars and cents, and if it makes sense, let's make some money together. Okay?
Absolutely. You can send me an email.
Okay, perfect. Okay. And what is your best email?
Gmail.com.
Okay, at gmail.com. And what's your first name?
Nemesio, Nemesio.
Okay, SIO. Perfect. And Misio, this is what I would like to do. Can I follow up with you either later on this evening or tomorrow morning, and then we can discuss the details?
Let's do tomorrow morning.
Okay.
I have a few stuff that it might take my whole time the rest of the day.
Okay, perfect. What time tomorrow?
Let's do 9 a.m.
Okay, perfect. And then I'm also going to send you a quick text too. That way you can have some information you can look at maybe on your lunch. And then I'll call you first thing tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. And what, as far as like areas, what areas do you typically target? Are you like a 30-mile radius inside of the Sacramento area, or do you go further than that?
We do 50.
Oh,
right now,
you do? Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Y'all do 50 miles?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, we're going to have some fun. We're going to have some fun. Okay, perfect. So I'll call you tomorrow at 9 a.m., and then I'll send you over the details, and then we'll take it from there.
Okay, what was your name again?
Oh, I'm sorry. My name again is Maurice.
Maurice?
Yes, sir.
Maurice. Hey, how did you get my number?
I found you on Yelp.
So you text me on Yelp, didn't you?
Yeah, what is your best contact number? What's your cell phone number so I can make sure I'm sending it right? I'm glad you said that.
Yes, 916, the number that you were talking.
The 807? The 807?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Okay. All right. Thanks, Mauricio. I'll send you the information.
All right, sounds good.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye. Booyah! Ladies and gentlemen, this is what I'm talking about, okay? You guys see that? You guys see that? You see how cold calling is so effective? You guys allow these no's to get you. Now, what if I would have stopped right here? And this is what you guys do. Or let's say, I got this guy, but what if I would have had to talk to about 4 before I got my first yes? You guys would have allowed, let's just erase this because I want to give you guys a scenario, okay? Because a lot of times you guys may get no's off the gate, and then before you even get here, you guys stop and you say, cold calling doesn't work. You have a sad face. But ladies and gentlemen, if you keep going, you guys notice that what that guy said, it doesn't affect me. Why? Because I'm building a successful business, and that's what you have to do. No one stops you from hitting your goals. That's the mindset that you guys got to have. No one stops you from hitting your goals. Okay, don't let no negative person or no person that's not interested in what you have stop you from getting to the yeses. Now, here's the thing about this gentleman. He's in the painting niche. The painting niche is very lucrative. So, ladies and gentlemen, I know He already said he can handle about 3 projects a week. He has a crew of about five individuals. Okay, that's perfect. So I already know that this is going to be potentially, and I want you guys to see this. Okay, and what happened? It took me less than 10 minutes to do this. Okay, now like and I may take you guys a little longer, but that's okay. This is where you can get. Imagine this, I'm taking 10 minutes a day to build. Even if I got 1 a day for 30 days, and out of that, my closing rate was 10, and I'm pulling in about maybe 5, 6 people a month. Just spending 10 minutes a day on the phone, while everybody else on the internet is saying cold calling doesn't work. Do this strategy, do that strategy. I'm on the phone, live, talking to people, making big money, while everybody else is trying to figure out how to prospect. And that's only taking me a few minutes. Now, if I want to, I can spend hours, but I don't have to because I'm at a different level in my agency. Okay? Social media happens to be one of my income streams, ladies and gentlemen. When you become successful in one business, you can become successful in multiple businesses. And that happens to be what I do. Okay? And most millionaires have multiple streams of income, so you guys might want to entertain that. Build one successful business and then pick up multiple other businesses that pull in revenue for you. But check this out. This potential client is going to be worth anywhere from $2,000 to $3,000 a month minimum, okay? Because I don't work with anybody no less than this, okay? So he's gonna be looking at about $2,000 to $3,000, and it took me less than 10 minutes. I'm gonna send him over a pre-recorded presentation. If you guys want that presentation, you can click the link in the description, you can sign up. So all I do is contact the client, send them some information, follow up. I ask them 10 questions, and I actually have all that in the course below. And you guys can follow this model, and you guys can get $2,000 to $3,000 a month clients. Now, if you're new, you may want to just charge maybe $1,000 to $2,000, okay? And if you're not comfortable with that, maybe you can start off charging them $1,000 maybe to $500 a month or $800 a month. Whatever you're comfortable with, you can do that. It's totally up to you, okay? I typically like to charge a little bit more because, like I say, I know the value that I'm going to bring this customer, okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Cold calling works. If you guys want help, click the link in the description. You can sign up for coaching. I can help you build your agency, show you guys how to go from $0 to $10,000 a month. If you guys want the ICP course, where I literally signed up prospected for 7 days and signed up 3 business owners in less than 7 days, you can click the link in the description and you guys can get everything you need to build a 6-figure agency. Make sure you guys comment below. Let me know what you thought about this. Hit the thumbs up. I didn't get too much resistance from him. Make sure you hit the subscribe button as well. If you're not a subscriber, I put out a ton of value for you guys, and I put out a lot of videos, cold calling videos, just to show you guys how to get the job done. I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.